Okay, you got Chris Hiddleston. You got Hiddleston, and he's not Chris. Tom, and he just kind of just this character looks towards you when you mention the pumpkin, and he does that little eyebrow arc as he's like, pumpkin.
He's unaware of the pumpkin that you tried to throw at him.
He's not omniscient.
Remember, as you throwing that pumpkin at him, he is sour.
So yeah, effectively, he wants to see this village survive. And I think everyone here wants the same. This priest here is clearly not able to help you, but he could do. He has connected with Sienna once before. Maybe you could influence him to call Sienna from the tree which his powers spawned to help protect your village. Because I'll be totally honest, if you don't get his help and you don't get Sienna's help, no one's going to believe you. And you can't evacuate a town before the sun sets. And he kind of just stands there for a bit.
We're all fucked.
So effectively, he just says, you have to convince her to save this village. And everything will be good. She'll actually take a stand. She'll be able to protect the people, and she'll be the goddess.
She's chaotic neutral?
Need. She's neutral. True neutral.
Neutral? She's true neutral?
Yep.
We can't convince her of fuck all if she's true neutral. There's no convincing true neutral of fucking anything.
At that point, he pauses, and he says, well, you wouldn't have had that argument because that's out of character. He pauses, and he says that she is quite stubborn, but I don't think she's as stubborn as people would believe, because I hear a rumor that she granted somebody healing power before a sickness hit this village. That's a sign of her not being truly neutral now, isn't it?
Yeah, well, he paid for that.
Well, we have to find some
That
job for her.
maintained the neutrality.
At that point, he just...
Who are we sacrificing to save the village?
Not me.
Sacrifice?
What about
No,
Keith
he
the
doesn't. He just says, your priest somehow connected to her once. I bet you if he divined
we
by that
are
tree...
all staring at the priest right now, waiting for him
Which is like this,
do something.
He's about to point to where the raven is, right? You can notice he's got like one of those nose hairs that's just kind of hanging a little lower.
Oh God, no! I can't stand that shit.
Oh, but Mr. Pizza Face, that has no real nose slot on the one side of his nose, is totally
His nose hairs
fine.
to freaking hang out. This is why I like him so much. I said I have paper bags for that. I think we need to have a chat with Mr. Priest.
And at that point, as soon as Ciala says, I think we have to have a chat with a priest, she makes the whole thing disappear, and your guy just poof. The raven's up in the corner there, and then just flies out the window. And the priest goes, that raven? Do you mean that raven? At that point, you see the pizza-faced guy kind of pause, look back. What you guys talking about? And the other two guards are just kind of pausing with all the rags and all that stuff. He just shrugs and continues walking out the door. And now you're left with the priest again, and Pizza Face and the two guards are just heading outside as they're getting ready to head off to Fort Lint.
Bye, honey.
Guys might be heading in the wrong
Blow
direction.
kisses.
So, I'll let you do a recap of what you guys are armed with. You're armed with the fact that apparently the vision might be important, and the fact that the village is in jeopardy. And this individual that just talked to you and made a few of you swoon. And yes, Rensat, we know, you too. All right, but no, it's like he's made the comment that yes, the village is going to get hit, and the only way you guys can do this is to try and convince this priest to connect again to Sienna and convince her to help these people. The other thing is you're also armed with the fact that there's a squad of 2 units of the Duke's men that were being sent up for some reason, that there's some problems with a fort north of here, as well as they're going to go across the river to an old Fort Lint. Which,
So at
even
the
though
same
it's
time shit's gonna hit the fan, people are leaving the town like
currently, if they're not told anything, they are. They're leaving. The units are going across the river. That being said, Fort Lint, even though it's like a makeout spot or whatever, is still got the roots of a small 3-story keep and lots of stonework. If you had to run and hide, that might be a good spot. Who knows? but
Last long.
nope. But so you're armed at that, and he did make the comment about sunset. Whether you want to take that seriously or not, that means shit could hit the fan in less than 18 hours.
Do we know exactly what shit is coming off the fan right now? Are we gonna assume it's Little Miss Tuffet back in the sarcophagus?
No.
No, I think he's implying more that a Danish
Danish.
raiding party is going to hit the town.
Okay. I don't think I can seduce that many people.
You try.
That high.
If you really try.
I will certainly try my ass off.
Again,
Oh,
Saturday
what,
nights
you read-
unavailable
Horny
for
Nights.
Twitch is the other
Easy
okay.
game.
We got what? So Wu and Bryn are both rangers, right?
Yep.
Yes.
I don't know of any army that doesn't have scouts. If they were going to hit a village, I'm pretty sure they'd at least send scouts to check that there's no defense yet.
Dun dun dun. At this point,
You know,
as,
if we could find evidence of any, if we could find any evidence of them being scouts, we could tell the guards.
at this point, as Tarzan starts talking and people start listening, the little leadership crown slowly starts to form above his head.
I quickly dodge.
Okay, the crown fades out.
I
So Frederick's now-
push someone in.
So that does sound like a good idea. Do you two guys want to go off and scout? I just need some skill rolls, and you could scout up, and you'd have to tell me where you guys want to scout, whether you're scouting together, or if you're going to go scout separately.
I would say.
And if we find no evidence, we still tell the guards we found it anyway. To keep them from leaving.
What role would it be as well? Just for.
What you guys would be doing is, I'd say drop it into the tower, but don't look at my channel. But if you drop it into the tower, it makes it a secret roll that you guys don't know if you've succeeded or what your numbers are, and everyone watching at home will be able to know if they passed or
Just quickly
failed.
switch over to your channel.
Yeah, I know, but basically, at this point, you're looking at you're going to be doing a hide
Imish.
and move silently. Yep.
You did not see in chat where Apollo and I were like, we need to dip for like 30 seconds.
Oh,
So we're just gonna
okay, yeah.
disappear for a damn minute.
Okay,
Just a
yeah.
damn minute. We'll be right back.
Yeah,
okay,
no
bye.
problem.
Okay. Apollo. So I'm the only ranger that's still here until.
Yeah. Yeah, you'd be looking at hide, silent, and sorry, you would be looking at your hide and moving silently as your main rolls,
Yeah.
and then you'd be looking for a search as you're actively going for a search of the area. You can also throw in a survival check as well to look for traces or signs of other people's survival checks, if that makes any sense. Like people that might have set up
Yeah.
a camp.
So you
moved
have
them
to put all of those into the tower.
Yeah, exactly.
That
I
was
think I'm gonna skip
hide,
that with Mr. Priest.
move silently, and then search,
And survival.
search, and survival. Okay.
Alrighty. And as you are armed with these rolls, where are you going to go? Effectively, if I bring up that little mini map that I had for you guys at one point, where is it? Did it move? Did I lose it?
Should
Am I
be
able to
images.
send my familiar with him?
Is it the
You
one
could
of the
do,
town? 'Cause
yes.
I still have that one open.
No, it was basically
Or is
Under the
that,
images and maps you got it.
Andinia or Dovedale nap?
the Andinia map, the little mini map.
Okay.
If you open that up again,
Dovedale.
effectively, Dovedale has got the river on the one side, foothills to the north, and also large hills to the west.
Okay.
If an enemy were coming, the Danish people are technically in the northeast corner of this map. There was concerns that they'd lost communication with Holgard, which is up there. So effectively, I need to know, are you going to be basically looking at the northeast area of Mount England's foothills? Or are you looking at the pass between Mount England and the hills to the west? Or did you want to check the dales to the south?
I will check between Mount England and the
Hang on.
hills to the west.
Yeah.
You are a ranger, and you are aware of how hard that river is to cross.
Yes, he is. The river is like you guys need a raft on a rope to cross.
I do have +5 to use rope.
Yeah.
No, but my point being, if they're coming on force,
Yes.
if they know of that
The river
river,
would be too impossible for them unless they had some way to magically create a bridge or something like
Yeah.
that out of a rainbow or something.
How far
like that.
does the river go up that Mount Egland? It looks like it
It
stops
goes up.
partway.
Yeah, is
basically,
that a break
it goes
in
into a
today?
series of 15 pristine and beautiful waterfalls that trickle down from the top of it. This is a mountain, this is a mountain only in the sense that the Appalachians are mountains.
Good call. True
other-
that.
Because I actually have true Rocky Mountains on my map. These guys are
Oh,
just
yeah.
mountains.
I know what mountains are. I live in the real mountains. Come on.
Exactly. And there was a Renz that made that comment to you. Stu, I think you better define between
Well-
those mountains.
The bodies were coming down the river, floating down the river in your little vision, correct?
Yeah.
it's true.
So
We
the river's
basically-
coming down towards us, and we're south of the river. So the battle happens maybe up there-ish. So definitely at some
Or something
point.
does anyway. Yeah.
Up
So
there.
effectively, the main
Maybe it's
spots
just
of
all the gym people who couldn't
investigation.
swim.
I'm
They're
just putting the
flowing
main
down the river.
spots of investigation that you guys can think about.
Is there a break in the river anywhere?
No.
Is there a fordable area that we're aware of? Because we're
I
both.
just let you
Easier to cross? I could do a
Within-
geography knowledge check for that.
Yep, geography, exactly. You got it.
Eh.
14.
Aren't gym people really
Yes.
good with boats and
The
stuff?
reason the boats don't go any further north is because it starts to become white rapids. The river does get
Put your
narrow.
mouth on it.
Sorry, we're all paused. Ooh. The river does start to narrow, but it becomes very hard rapids, and it zigs and zags a lot. Then it starts becoming several little waterfalls that pour into it, and there's a little bit of a mini lake, which is kind of illustrated badly on this hand-drawn map, that all the waterfalls pour into, and then that waterfall breaches over and starts creating a big waterfall that leads into the lake.
So they're probably not coming by ship.
They're definitely not coming by boat, and like I said, the Dins would be. This would be their mode of approach because that's where the Dinish lands are compared to you guys. And again, another note that this place here, that Renset's character was able to get the information while the two girls were mud wrestling. This place here,
Who minded that? Let's be real. No one minded.
Holgard, that was the keep that they lost communications with, and they were a bit concerned about that because Jasmine in Snowdon would have said something if they knew something was going on.
Winter is coming.
It's fall. It is fall, and really, I had a choice of starting this game in the spring or the fall, and I regret choosing the fall now just because of that. All right.
So if they took Holgard, they could still come from either end.
Yeah.
I think we need to
But
take
did
out
you say there
both
was a part of the river that was easier to cross? Or did I not know? Yes?
Where that circle is by the river, if they've got a means to freeze that river, you could create a frozen fjord in that area.
When people transverse back from Holgard to our town, which route do they take?
Oh, they go around the mountain to. They go around the west side of the mountain.
So,
So they do a wild because there's a hobbit village that does really good pot roast that's in that area. So they usually will hook around that way, grab dinner, and then come down to Dovedale.
I would like to I don't know how well my strategic skills are, but I would like to put out the idea that quite possibly they've taken Holgard and they're going to maybe use the banners of Holgard to kind of surprise us, make us think they're not enemies.
Do an intelligence roll, and I'll just give you a 10 target number for that kind of idea.
Okay.
Nice devious thinking.
That would be my thought. Like, why else would they take Holgard? And why are they after us? What is special about this town? Are they after the
Someone
Ty's
told him
neck?
to tell them for us.
I think
Yeah, they're after my neck. Let's
I
be
think
real.
they knew it
Who
came.
wouldn't be after this thing? Come on now.